Democrats' playbook against President Donald Trump is very simple. Oppose everything he does. And if you can't argue the facts, just pound the table and yell about January 6th. That's our Why It Matters segment tonight. The strategy was on full display Monday in our segment about Trump's surging federal law enforcement and sending in the National Guard to Washington, D.C. Here's part of my interview with Mehdi Hasan.
You think it's because Trump cares about crime in D.C., really? Because I remember Donald Trump on January the 6th, 2021, not giving
Mehdi, oh, come on.
in D.C.
Noun, verb, January 6th. You can't have an argument about what's happening on the streets of D.C. without going back to January 6th.
Because it's about
you won't talk about actually the crime.
Donald Trump, Leland.
No, it's not. It's about how to have people be safe. And that's really what this is about. How to keep people on the streets of D.C. safe. Everybody is welcome to disagree on policy or argue data or philosophy. That's why we have this program. That's what makes us different. That's what makes you as a viewer different. You choose to tune in here to hear things you disagree with and to be challenged. But no one is welcome to come on here and hijack a segment and make it about something 4 years ago that has absolutely nothing to do with the topic at hand. Even MSNBC's Joe Scarborough says that crime is a problem and the National Guard in D.C. is good for the people living here.
But, man, I don't care what the crime statistics say. Crime has been a problem in this city for the 32 years I've been living inside and outside of the city.
Which brings us to the January 6th playbook. We're not going to put up with it on our show, and you, our viewers, deserve better. You deserve an honest conversation on the merits of policy and making us a better country, not talking points. January 6th was awful. I was in the middle of it. Hell, I was even confronted by the mob multiple times. It is a stain on our country's history. But it was 4 years ago. It has absolutely nothing to do with the current crime epidemic in D.C. So back to the here and now. Within minutes of Trump's announcement to bring in federal and law enforcement to Washington, suddenly all we heard from the left, everybody across the board, as if they all got the same talking points, was crime in D.C. is down 26%.
We know what a crime crisis looks like. We've lived through that. This is not what that looks like.
We will just uproot our law enforcement, even though the data says things are going in the right way.
D.C. crime, according to the FBI earlier this year, is at its 30-point low.
I'm a journalist by training, and what you're supposed to do as a journalist is question the talking points. So we did that, and here's what we found. From NBC4 Washington back in July, D.C. police commander suspended, accused of changing crime statistics. The union claims police supervisors in the department manipulate crime data to make it appear violent crime has fallen considerably compared to last year. So maybe the talking points aren't even true. Even the chief of the D.C. Metro Police Department is now welcoming the cooperation with federal law enforcement.
I think this is going to be a good effort. It's going to be an effort that's supported by both teams. We know that we have to get illegal guns off of our street, and if we have this influx or enhanced presence, it's going to make our city even better.
Okay, well, Washington, D.C. isn't good to begin with. It is a mess, and crime is rampant and out of control. But an important point, not only did the chief say that she needed help, all of her officers spoke through their union and said the same thing. They demanded and thanked President Trump for the help. So you probably didn't hear that either. On top of all of this, local news reports from stations across the D.C., including our affiliate, found there are plenty of people who are thankful.
I think it's a very good call that Donald Trump made this call. I do.
The mayor seems not to have enough control of the activities that are arising.
People who, like the mayor, live in a bubble. They're out of touch with reality.
I think it's going to be good for the city because we're going to need more security.
He's trying to make a change. He's trying to do something about it and make the city safer.
I think Donald Trump really wants to clean it up, and I'm all for it.
Okay, let's just, though, talk about the data, just to compare D.C.'s homicide rate to New York City's. It is almost 5 times higher. In fact, another murder happened just last night, not even a mile from the White House and 2 blocks from an anti-Trump protest. Police say a man carrying a rifle opened fire and killed another man. But no, of course, D.C. is totally safe. Democrats and the left-leaning media outlets have no brand except to fight against Trump. And when they are on the losing side of an issue, as we have just shown you, they won't fight on the issue. They go back to January 6th, and that is totally their right. But it is our responsibility, it's my responsibility, to call them out on it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.